Ah, and we're back again. I remember we wanted to return an array here. Like this. Right? Here we go. Let's see. Now that we have the slots as target, could go ahead and implement this part, which is also on the earth. Do I set this, or was this already set by an initialize? I think it is getting set, that's fine. Now for this one, do wall, ability done. So we need this. Which would create the wall, and it should play the wall animation. I'm not sure. It should disappear again. Let's go ahead and create a wall and actually character spawn. Target. Nah, not target. Or is it? Oh, there we go. Now we don't have that yet. Well then let's create one. Perfect. Ah. Now either these things are set or they are manipulated by the Yorpling status. Neko. I see you there, man. You can't sneak. Got you red-handed. Hey Neko, how are you? Ah, it's still called wall slot. I should change that. I'm also fine. I'm right now, as you can see on the title of the stream, implementing a wall ability or a barrier ability. It will be essentially like when we have like 3 classes, right? We have the offensive, we have the healing and harassment class, and we have the defense class. And the defense class has a special ability that can create a barrier in front of the competitor. And if, depending on if you're earth or crystal, it can defend against physical or magical attacks. And for that I need a slot, which I have here. So we have our normal Arblings here with the backup ones here, and the summoners in the middle, and here is another slot in front. So there will be a wall that pops up if you cast it. Now, of course, we change this, compile. This is fine for now. This is our abstracts. Oh, we have errors. Ah, yeah, of course. Yeah, this is wrong, of course. We need... Huh. I mean, if it is the wall, can go to the opponent competitor, get the barrier slots, get world position, no, location, world transform, get here, and this goes in here. Alright. So where's more? The same thing, of course. Yeah. I need to do this. Bye bye. Boom, boom. And it should be okay again. Alright. So, this is the barrier, and this is the actual one. So we want to spawn a barrier. Earth barrier, that is. It should be spawned at the slot of the guy that is using this ability. Yeah, there is much stuff. I mean, it is an RPG after all. It is intimidating that, thinking of it, this is still the start of the project. So this will spawn it, but I also need to add it to our little thingy. Should I call it just Earth? Or Earth Barrier? Or EB? Let's call it Earth Barrier. And then this. Righty. So this will create the barrier. Could also give this barrier a little appearance. Let's make a cube. Axis forward for me. So let's smush it a little. 0.25. Yeah, that looks good. And then the location should be a little up. But is the size okay? Uh, 1.5. And plus the half of it. Oh wait, multiplied by 100, of course, because 100 units. Great. Now let's give it a little debug material. Boom. And now you know it is a Earth barrier. Which also means, of course, if we cast an Earth barrier, we have to look if there is already one. If there is one, we have to destroy it. Okay. Barrier map. Find this guy. If true, destroy. I could make a function out of this and then also use it for the crystal barrier at some point. Should be pretty easy to do. So we do Okay. Little thing here. We do destroy the actor, but the entry in the map is still there. Normally you would want to clear this, but since we are adding another one, it will overwrite this little thingy, because it cannot have two earth barriers in the map. It can only override that thing. We do this. Add this here. Go there. Voila. So this will create the wall without any animation. I'm not 100% sure if this works right now, but in my head something tells me this is already functional now. Let's go and test. Come on, land. There we go. Boop. So it's the fire formation, but we want the earth formation, because only that one can create a wall. Let's start. Was it enter? Yeah. So the enemy tries to fight. First ability done. Second done. Now our turn. And there's our wall! Look at this! We have a wall. Great. Now they cannot attack us. Ah, great. Alright. So we have the wall. What can I do with it? Still needs some stats. But how will I fill them? I mean, firstly, we could, of course, just make a initialize barrier. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this. Max HP max. Defense. Wisdom. And hard damage. And then we do this. All right. Slot name. Barrier class. No, it's not called abstract. Oh, I'm doing an... Ah, this is wrong. This is not here. This needs a parent class. Like this. Save. This. No. Ability Earth tests. Maybe save all before something crashes. File. Reparent. Oh boy, please don't die. This way. Now we go here. Copy this. Get rid of this. And then we say barrier fighting entity. Class. Go here. Slot name goes here. And then initialize ability. That's funny. Like this. Initialize. Why is there a default ability? What happened? Did I close it? Fucking hate it so much that it is so close to the close button. Okay, now. Abstract ability. Ability Earth tests. Abstract barrier ability. Barrier fighting entity. Earth barrier. Okay, so this guy. What? This guy. why is the... Stay there. Ability Earth tests. Great Barrier should go here. It's fine. Abstract ability. Oh, there we go. We can use create barrier here. And let's see. Initialize. It says ability. And we have an initialize ability here. That's fine then. So we actually don't want to barrier class fighting entity. So why does this have a initialize fighting entity? Is fine. Why does it say that it wants to? Ah, okay, never mind then. Just too smart. Fighting entity. Initialize barrier. Oh, there we go. Can go in here. Okay. Still, we don't know what we will fill here. We'll go in here. This should still create our barrier now. And we can use it for crystal later on. Ah. How should I do this? Should I give them like a preset thing? Like defense is 10, wisdom is 1. We don't need to initialize hard damage. This is wrong. Or should I get it from the casting Orpling itself? As in, depending on its intelligence, the HP is set to a number. Depending on his own defense. But wisdom should always be low. I guess this is something where we have to play around the balancing with numbers. For now, let's give it a hard-coded thing. Maybe we'll let it be as a hard-coded thing. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it should scale with the ARPling or should stay in a fixed thing where at the start it is very powerful, and if your ARPlings are extremely strong, this thing is like a paperweight. It would still block harassment magic or harassment whatever for one round. Huh. I still have to add an ability where if you don't have enough MP, you have to use a very standard attack. Comes later. So should we now implement the fire ability? Hmm. Do I want to override here? Do I want to make this one very mighty? I think do explosion FX should not be in here. But do damage should be. Huh. Now, depending on what is in this array, we would just do the same damage on all of them. In a multi-attack this is true, but do I have multi-attacks that attack to the sides differently? I mean, when I know that I'm a multi-attack, I would know what to do. For this, I wouldn't need this even. I could just make my own thing. Having this wouldn't matter, but we also calculated if it goes to the wall or not. Huh. I guess we'll just go and keep progressing. Oh fuck, okay, I can't. I cannot just go and set the variables here because we have two different ways. We have the barrier, which has only these three, but the ARPlings, they look different. Speaking of, where are they? Do I use this? Please stay there. Here's the heart damage. And the temporal one. Did we add this somewhere anywhere? Fighting entity has it. There's our temporal stat. Do I just make a function here, do damage, and then implement it on the ARPlings and barriers? I mean, I could also then make it special for summoners too. I guess this is the way to go. I'm not just not sure if it should be just doing damage or a general one where I can just manipulate some values. But I guess we'll do this for now. What do I tell this thing? Maybe it should be a special one, do magical damage. And then when we are here, do magical damage. We have the payload. So do we just send the payload in, or do we do the calculation outside? I would say we go and send it in. So this guy can do whatever he wants. Here we go. And we can go here and override do magical damage. Or can we? No, we can't, of course. It's the fighting entity. Hey, Green! Welcome, welcome. Look, we can now cast a wall. Look, look, look. Just have to wait for a battle. They are, yes. Okay. So we change to our earth formation. This is the fire formation. We go to the earth formation. No, this is the water formation. Here's the earth formation. And then we press the fight button. The enemies start doing some damage or something. They are just only prints right now. And then hours go and create a barrier. Isn't that great? It's so cool. Okay, but now the fire ability should do some damage. For this, we have 2 damage. And the fighting entity. This shouldn't be called do damage. Receive damage. Should I type it correctly? Let me check. Yeah, looks good. Receive magical damage. So now we can go to the barrier entity and overwrite this little function. Receive magical damage. And this is the earth barrier. This is wrong, wait. You want to be in here. Or do I want to do this like that? Yeah, slowly but steady. Will take a while until I have something. Okay, so barrier fighting entity. That's true, isn't it? Or some spheres or whatever. I was creative with my little creation here, because they are actually some. There's a afterthought about this. Where are my little things again? They are visual entities. Abstract? No. Orblings. So fire. We have tomati, which is like a tomato thingy. I didn't do anything with that. Whatever. For water, we have like fish. Orblings. This is a fish. This thing is a fish. And then we have earth, which is a mushroom. And then we have lightning, which is like a orc thingy. Isn't it great? Air, we have a snake, which is a snake. Looks like a French fry, but who cares? In Crystal, we have a slime, which is just a blob. Ah! This one. All right. Oh, we have it here, man. Do I do it here? Because depending on what kind of damage we get, we have to deal with it differently. Actually, receiving damage does not matter because wisdom and defense are already set. The thing is more like how do we know which one phases through and which one doesn't? Damn. So this is the attacking side with fire magic. And we have here some combinations. We have an Orpling here. We have an Orpling here. And we have an Orpling here. This one hits him. This one goes through and hits both. This one just hits this. Now, having it here, we already said that if we do a magical attack and there is no crystal barrier, we go to false and say there is no target. So how do I damage the earth barrier then when I phase through, if there is one? Do I retroactively go and... Do I check here? Maybe this is a function here. Something like this. Payload. And now, competitor that uses this one gets barrier map, finds earth barrier, If true, receive magical damage with the payload. And if not, we go and do the rest. Which now means that I attack this thing doubled if there is a crystal barrier. I should not actually send the crystal barrier as a target. That one will get damaged regardless. Yeah, okay, so we go back to do ability, come here, and get rid of this here. If Earth Barrier, then send Earth Barrier. Crystal Barrier, and send Crystal Barrier. So we don't have the array anymore, which means we could get rid of this again. Okay. Which makes this name correct again. Of course, this cannot work anymore. Okay. So then we say make and add this there. Come on, please. This is still correct. Perfect. Makes that. And we are golden again. So, okay. This makes sense. If you do magical damage, we will do damage to the Earth Barrier regardless and phase through. On the other hand, if we do physical damage, we will phase through the Crystal Barrier instead. But we will be blocked by Earth Barrier because physical, look for Earth Barrier. Yes, there is one. And then this is now true, false. Earth Barrier is sent here and it is set as a target. Then here when we want to do physical damage, we need to go here and say receive physical damage. Do magical damage. Like this. So we can copy this and say do physical damage and then go here and say crystal receive physical damage. Perfect. Physical damage. Through. Yeah, bam. Goes away. Of course, this needs the payload. All right. And here we go. So we already implemented now the magical and physical damage for our barriers, but we still have to implement the damage itself. German efficiency. Yeah, I will stop streaming soon too. Thanks for tuning in, Neko. I will see you somewhere in VR chat. Bye bye. Now, doing the damage we do here, the receiving though, see here, physical. Have that? Did not. I say this to be looping. Well, it is here. Problem then. Oh, okay, never mind. So, magical damage, physical one. We need a damage calculation. Where would I put this? I guess here. What do you mean, are you still there? Welkom, dat was het. I see. Hey, do you want to see what's new? Well, I will not stream for long though. I will soon stop. But here's what I implemented. What do you mean 2 hours? Anyway, I go to my earth formation, and as you know, earth formation can do barriers. I initiate, the enemy does some damage because they're faster than me. Magical damage for 10. It's just a print for now. Magical damage for 10. And then ours go and plop. We have a earth barrier. It's just a debugging color, man. Just indicates the element. It's very mossy. Extremely mossy barrier. Yeah. Okay, let's think. I want to do damage calculation here. I don't care about that. Don't care about that. So the fighting entity, or more precise, the Arpling entity, would work with the temporal stats and its internal stats. Whereas the barrier will have these. Still has the temporal stat though. Having the temporal stat, do I even need? Yeah, of course I need the hold on. I don't need to initialize the hard damage, but I still need it regardless. So receive physical damage. This should be as hard damage. No, we need the defense. We need to get more hard damage out of it and then check maximum HP if it's dead or not. But how do I do this? So the payload will tell me how strong the attack was with a value. An attack value that I need to calculate with the defense. But how would I calculate this? What is the calculation here? Let's say we have an ARPling here that uses fire. It is the simplest stat, or the simplest ability. It has a base damage of 10. It is a magic, so we have to look at the ARPling's intelligence and calculate it with something. Let's say our intelligence is, I don't know, 4. Since I don't know the scales in which I'm operating with the numbers, intelligence is magic damage, as in when you have a physical attack like lightning. It is physical. Base damage 10. This will use the strength. Can an attack be weaker than the base? I would say no. Because then I would need like 0 to 255 intelligence, and the middle would be where it is like 1 multiplication. Below would be weaker, and above would be stronger. So no, we will keep being just stronger. So this needs to be multiplied by something. So 10 multiplied by 4 divided by, I wonder. By boost level? Maybe we have like some levels of boost, like, or ability level, you know. Ability rank and F E D C B A S 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. This is an F. I will come back to this calculation many times, I think. This is one of the hardest things of balancing. I never did this before. So let's see. Say if we are F, we divide by 10, then I would have like 0.4 here. Do I round it up? Or round it down? Let's say we round it down. This would be 0. 10 multiplied by 0 is 0. We don't want that. This must be a value of 1. Calculating damage. One plus base and 1 5 7.5 no 6.1 2 no 2.5 7 the resistance comes later. This is the output power. The resistance is later. This is like the we have ability from an ARPling. ARPling has magic stats and an ability ranking of F. Has a base damage of 10, the ability itself, and he has an intelligence of 4. Yeah, the power of the attack itself. That will be a hard value. And then we go and do add a resistance to that when we go here or something. I mean, yes, it is like, how to say, redundant in that case. That is true, I should, but I'm just thinking of what way I want to go in the future. Maybe rank is just an indicator. But we still need to do something here. Also, do I need anything to make it a smaller adjustment for some abilities? Would be base too large of a fan? Not fan, how to say? You think I should go with integers? I don't know, man. Maybe I should look into how other games solve this. Look at their calculations and get inspired. Since I never thought about this really. Maybe I should take a break for this and just research. Yeah, I think I will do this in the weekend, and then we can implement this damage stuff. Maybe I will. Maybe on Sunday I can do the research. But I think I will cut it here. It is pretty late. Weakened? No, man, I can't. I will die. Let's cut it here. It's a good cut. Anyways, guys, thanks for the support. $1K. Yeah. Alright. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for everyone watching. And I see you guys maybe on Sunday, probably. I don't know. Anyway. Bye-bye.